Hello everybody, this is emmavoid, and welcome back once again for another episode of my The Outer Worlds Let's Play. Last we left off, we had just had the big dramatic talk with the whole crew, and yeah, we need to go save Phineas. But on the other hand, I'm pretty sure once we go there, we're not going to be able to come back and do any other side quests. So what this really means is it's time to go do all the side quests. So yeah, see you after the wipe. Whee! So I'm not exactly a fan of what are they called again? Here, let me Sublight. There we go. Not a big fan of Sublight, but I figure we can still check this place out at least.
Think there's a generator somewhere?
I would imagine so. Seems likely at least. Huh. What do we got? Shipment manifest. Contents may have shifted in transit. Warranty is void on any and all detonated mines regardless of cause. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying mines is a fireable offense. Mines are not a company authorized decoration, pet, or sporting equipment. Not suitable for ingestion. Not eligible for any recycling promotion. Do not purposely stand, sit, or recline on mines. Mines are not your friend. UDL claims no liability for any actions taken or not taken by mines. Recognizes that you could have chosen any remote explosive provider. Your commitment guarantees product quality and safety. Quality and safety not guaranteed. For many shipments to come. Thank you and have a pleasant detonation. Oh, UDL. You guys are horrible.
Let's give these little fellas a wide berth, Captain.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. What do we got? Station security, unable to access memory cartridge, terminal power below 5%. Restore power to station to resume normal terminal operations. Alright then. Here we go. Lab 1084 high security containment. Generator active. In maintenance, 2% output. Modifier generator mode to normal. Disabling emergency lighting, activating facility lights, activating security protocols, activating air recyclers, new laboratory scent options selected. Flushing toilets. Oh, error flushing toilets. See maintenance logs. Yay! What do we got in the maintenance logs? Critical issues and non-critical issues. A toilet in maintenance barracks does not flush. Replacement part ordered 1,243 days ago. Sensors indicate Alta Vitae gas is leaking from storage tanks. It is toxic to humans. Admin override, priority set to non-critical. Management does not utilize the Alta Vitae gas tank storage room. Sensors detect that new laboratory scent air freshener is running low. Can we fix the toilet? Recorder already exists. Was opened 991 days ago. Last accessed 991 days ago. Well, okay.
Oh, I see you have activated your holographic shroud, Captain. Excellent. Becoming indistinguishable from an authentic UDL trooper will prove advantageous to your current situation.
What's going on, Ada?
A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. Wait, who are you? No one told me we had security forces deployed on the station already.
Ba. 'Ba. 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 Everything's perfectly alright. We're fine. How are you? No. My team's already handled the issue, soldier. Your squad can depart.
Roger that. Just as a precaution, I'm sure you won't mind if we turn on the station's security systems. Can't be too careful. We'd hate to leave this location undefended after a close call with outlaws.
I already reactivated the Automex. Your readout must be on a delay.
That should have been fixed by now. As you say, we'll just head out then. Safe travel, soldier.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
My dad used to say words have power. You proved them true.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that. Re your concerns. Of course morale is low. You gave those PhDs tanks of nuclear scrambling gas and no warm bodies to test it on. What did you think would happen? They can test on each other all they want, but no one lays a hand on my squad. I'm installing safeguards in case anyone challenges that decree. You asked that I reach out, and I'm doing so. Is something amiss with the team? How's their morale, their commitment to the project? Bedtime story. Once upon a time, there was a princess who trained to be a soldier. While the other princesses got jobs at canneries and counting houses, the soldier squinted down her sights at the firing range and made sure she hit the target every time. Then one day, a not very nice man offered her a job at an ivory tower, far, far away from the kingdom. The princess could provide for her ailing father, her lovely child, and her goofball husband, but they would have to stay locked in the tower until the doctors could find a way out. Once she thought better of her choices, the princess applied for early dismissal, but no one listened. The end. I love you, Angelica. Maybe you can write me a better ending. Give your father a hug and tell him I'm sorry for missing another birthday. Mom. Oh, sad. I wonder if I can get down there. Alright, what do we got here? High security containment checkpoint beta. Disengage checkpoint security. Personal files. Mama Bear. Kimball came by asking if any of the docs had been around. I told her what I know. It's been quiet, just ask Alpha. She walked off with a spring in her step. Okay, weird. Then she requisitioned a UDL Electrofloor 3000 for my checkpoint and a crate of concussion mines. I guess she didn't believe me. Is she preparing for war? She's acting like she knows something the rest of us don't. Seems especially uncomfortable around the docks. Interesting. Okay, so hopefully nothing will attack me when I come in here.
They've been left here, all alone.
I'd rather not have to blow them up if I can avoid it. Holding tank log. Charles McNulty, alive, unstable condition. Subject should not be revived until a method for stabilizing condition is found. Will this help? Security routines. Modify system access protocols. Oh, I don't want to put in the sublight override cartridge though. Alright, what else we got? Project summary. Biological hybridization and assimilation strategies. Further the chimeric sciences via the targeted modification of human nuclein using strands obtained from halcyon native fauna, aka Raptidon. Neat. From redacted subjects. This is the okay. This is where that one group got sent from Redacted. It's come to my attention that a culture of distrust has soured relations between HRS 1084's research staff and security personnel. Many of you have submitted requests for early dismissal. To the research staff, the importance of your work supersedes any interpersonal conflict. To our security personnel, there will be no early dismissal. You will also notice that your employment contract has no set end date. We can enjoy a discussion of morale and its impact on success metrics once the question of humanity's place in the Halcyon colony is answered. In the meantime, get back to work. Oof. That worked out well, I bet. Logs. Charlie. We almost lost Charlie. It was a runaway resequencing shift. Once it started, it kept going, spreading beyond the isolated tissue to a full-blown systemic infiltration. He said it was like every organ was itchy. I told him we'd ice him, freeze him until we could work out how to reverse what had gone wrong. Every time Laura walked by me, she rubbed my shoulders and asked me to take a different reading. They didn't need to be taken. It was just to keep my mind occupied. She's been checking on me every hour since. We had to put Claire on ice today. She and the others drew straws. Claire lost. The change was slower this time. At first, the resequence stayed within normal parameters, but then it spread again, just like with Charlie. Tomorrow I'm reaching out to my handler directly. I need some answers. I wonder how Guthrie's doing. I hear symphony music from under his door. Access outbound comm transcripts. Is anyone listening on this frequency? Who is this? I'm the project lead on 1084. I wanted... Station 1084, you have orders to maintain wireless silence until a mission end state is achieved. Executive override, password antediluvian. What can I do for you, Doctor? The board told me they would deliver my queries about our transcription problem on the Cornelius Vanderbilt. Where are we with that? Can't provide updated status at this time. The assault cruiser should have arrived on Earth by now. My query was addressed to the Chimerical Research Department at George Dehevzi Institute in Budapest. One of my associates will reach out when we have an update. When? Aren't you in contact with the assault cruiser? What happened out there? Station 1084, misuse of this channel is a fireable offense, as is abusing your executive override, save in cases of emergency. Damn it, this is an emergency. Executive override discontinued, duration indefinite. Oof. This log is being entered by Dr. Fall. I had to prescribe Dr. Chartrand enough sedatives to knock out a primal. Yesterday morning, Dr. Guthrie and I drew straws to decide which of us would be the next subject. He pulled the short one. No new developments. After all of our sacrifices, it still feels like we're miles away from a breakthrough. Ava hasn't forgiven herself for the losses. Maybe some time away from HRS 1084 will clear her mind. The board confirmed receipt of my report and transmitted our recall notice. We're just awaiting transport. I wish we could take some time away from the project to clear our heads, but we're not even close to that point. Oof. Well then. Well, not a whole lot of interest in here. Nice view, though. Alright, probably gonna have no choice but to interact with the, robots. Hey, how's it going? Hey, no! They're not active. Okay, I was worried they would be. Subject's condition is dire. Make sure resuscitation devices are on hand upon revival. Please hold on, Claire. We almost had it this time, I swear. We'll bring you back. James Guthrie, extremely unstable condition. We'll need extensive nuclear resequencing for any chance of viable extraction. I'm so sorry it ended up like this, James. We'll come back for you all and fix this, I swear on it. Oof. Yeah. I'm definitely not comfortable handing this place over to Sublight, given that who knows what they would do with what's here, and they'd probably just, you know, kill the people who are stuck here. So, yeah. Before we go, though, keycard encoder status. Huh. Oh, yeah, we already had a UDL keycard, though, so it's not important. Messages. Closing down. Transport vessel has been dispatched to HRS 1084. I've taken the liberty of upgrading the sensitive materials containment rating of this asset, which means you are permitted to leave with company-branded consumables, but all personal effects must be left behind. Wow. Do not interfere with the tanks. A cleanup crew will dispose of all exhausted assets in time. Ugh. Anyone who requires ethical correction therapy can speak to a Spacer Care-approved alienist. Holy crap. Okay, so leaving them here is probably going to lead to them dying too. That's cool. Personal files. Note on Guthrie. James is gone and he never said goodbye. I keep telling myself that he wanted me to remember him as he was outside of the tank, or maybe he was just bad at goodbyes. When I saw what was left of him, I wanted to airlock everyone who let it happen. You could have said something, James. We were never short on time. Nothing's keeping me here now. The bits aren't worth it. I've requested a transfer. I get the impression I'm not the only one. Note on Chief Kimball. Kimball thinks there'll be trouble once the docks run out of warm bodies. If James was around, I know he'd set her straight. Now that he's gone, maybe I could use some convincing too. She showed up next to my bunk last night and said that if anything happened to her, her password was her daughter's name. Hope it never comes to that. Oof. Alright, so I was gonna just leave everyone here, but apparently UDL plans on sending someone in at some point to get rid of the people who are stuck here. So maybe Sublight will not get rid of them? They're both likely to get rid of them. But if Sublight does it, they'll get rid of them immediately. Whereas UDL will probably take their sweet time and maybe not get around to it ever, considering, you know, we're taking down this whole shithole. Alright, let's get out of here.
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts.
Yeah, I'd think not. But we're not coming back here anytime soon, so whatevs.
It get cooler in here? I swear they had the heat turned way the hell up. Ellie, my mind, but it's been a while. How's that whisper muzzle working out for you?
I sold it. Didn't seem to make me any quieter.
That mod was for your gun, not your smart mouth.
You want to bust my chops? Do it over drinks next time I'm on station.
Please don't mind her. Everything I sell works as advertised. Some people just like to sass me because I don't bite back.
That was funny.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain. I think I'll initiate an unscheduled rest cycle while you're out.
That didn't quite sound like Ada. That was weird. Alrighty. Hello again, Celeste.
Like a star, darling. Square your shoulders. Hand on your hip. Eyebrow cocked. Yes. Perfect. My heart is all aflutter. One outfit left. Do hurry, my dear. The bird of inspiration is about to take flight.
Well, lucky you, I've got it on hand.
Oh, how grotesque. I always suspected the dramas did no justice to real marauders. Their armor is so much more hideous in person. Yes, that's it. I have it. I know exactly what we're doing. Brace yourself, my dear. We're going to call this style Barbarian Chic. The saucy confidence of a spacer, the raw contempt of an iconoclast, the brutish musk of a marauder, and the pièce de résistance, monster leather.
Monster leather?
Monster leather. Is fashion catching up to sensibility at last?
1 part Mantiqueen chitin, 3 parts hide from a raptidon's flank, and let's say, 8 strips of primal leather. No, make that 10.
I was expecting a simple modeling job.
We're revolutionizing the fashion of Byzantium. Our work is anything but simple.
Yeah, alright. I'll be back when I've got something for you then.
My dear, I had the highest confidence in you.
You know, Nyoka, between you and me, we know all there is to know about Monarch.
What makes you say that?
Well, you got your life experience as a hunter, and I've memorized every episode of Terror on Monarch.
Oh, Terror on Monarch's a riot. It's all made up, though. You know that, right?
Yeah, right. Next, you're gonna tell me Halsey and Helen weren't based on a real person.
I won't tell you that, no. You seem happier in your ignorance.
These two are wonderful.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
Oh, wait, really? I'm not sure I've seen the two of them chatting before. What do you guys got for me?
Hey, Max.
Yes?
You really think we all have a purpose? That everything happens for a reason?
I used to think that, but not anymore.
Then, wait, why do you sound so calm? Aren't you getting annoyed?
Not in the least. But I do apologize, Dr. Finhill. It sounds like I have annoyed you.
Fine, be that way.
Huh. Max, you are very different now. Well, anyhow. Alright, Celeste. We got what you're looking for.
What can I do for you, darling?
Mantiqueen chitin, whatever. Raptidon hide, primal leather, all done.
I've been thinking of a name for this new outfit. Chimera. Crafted from the hides of 3 species of monster. While you were gone, I put in an order for one of my bespoke lapels. Solid gold, diamond encrusted. If it doesn't have one of my lapels, it's not a Jolicoeur original. Those
Okay.
slackwits at HPS are holding my parcel while they wait for a signature. Bureaucracy is so utterly insufferable. Be a dear and retrieve it for me.
I mean, alright.
Wonderful! I'm giving you authorization to retrieve this parcel on my behalf. You truly are my savior, darling.
Yeah, well. Oh yeah, we never went in here, did we?
You make it look
What?
so easy.
No, this door was already open.
Well, you're getting an early start on the day's parcels, aren't you? Welcome to Halcyon Parcel Service. Deliveries guaranteed within standard margins of accuracy.
Yeah, Celeste sent me to sign for a parcel.
If you would like to sign for a parcel, please go to window B.
Are you a person? You don't talk like a person. What do you do here?
Halcyon Parcel Service is the most dependable parcel delivery service in the colony. You might even say we're part and parcel of Halcyon's commercial enterprise.
Ha ha ha.
That's just a little parcel joke.
So if someone needed a package delivered, they'd come here.
Nope, just parcels. We don't deal in packages.
What's the difference?
It's very technical. Halcyon Parcel Service strictly adheres to the standards and definitions of packaging as outlined by the Executive Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. We can ship all the parcels you want. But if I start shipping packages, I could get into some real trouble. Handcuffs and hard labor trouble.
Uh-huh. Alright, well, whatever. How do I get over to that side? Ooh. No, okay.
Welcome to Halcyon Parcel Service, where all parcels are guaranteed to be delivered within acceptable margins
Yeah,
of
we've
certainty.
heard that bit already.
How may I be of assistance?
Here to sign for a parcel for Celestial Liquor.
Let me just look that up for you. It appears that a parcel for Ms. Jolicoeur, Celeste is currently out for delivery.
I was told it was being held here.
It was, and now it's being delivered.
It is being delivered to Miss Jolicoeur's address, right?
Let me see here. A parcel for Jolicoeur, Celeste is being delivered to 316 Rockwell in the Byzantium Estates. Thank you for allowing HPS to be your only option today.
Thanks, I guess. Huh. Why are you guys waiting here? There's nobody. Ooh. Loot. Yes, I am supposed to be in here. Why do you ask? So, I could go through with that whole rigmarole. But I actually already found her parcel. It's right here. I got it. Don't need to do all that running around like a dummy. Oh, it's already being delivered. Uh-huh, sure. That's what they all say.
I shipped with a merc who had a gun like yours, Nyoka. He polished it, sang to it, slept with it. Not like that, as far as I know.
Ugh.
Sounds like he had himself a discerning palate. So where are you going with this?
He couldn't hit the broadside of an assault cruiser, hence the tin shredder.
Wouldn't be the first man I met bearing compensation for his lack of skill.
If I never smell another raft, it'll be too soon.
Weren't you a sawbones? Figured you ought to have smelled worse.
Sure, but those things reek like bad cologne. It's different.
I'm with you there. At least humans have the courtesy to wait a while before their bodies start to stink.
Most of them.
Most of them.
Isn't that your
Why are you on your own, little puppy?
was? I sent Rajesh.
Oh, wait, I can talk to you? Not much, apparently. Oh well. Oh, dear.
Hey, careful. Don't go running around in the middle of a crime scene.
What happened? I didn't think this kind of thing happened here.
Strange times we live in. Radicals and dissidents living within the walls of Byzantium, hiding in plain sight. Never imagined Ms. Jolicoeur was one of them. We found her in her office, working on something perverse. She didn't cooperate, so we had to put her down.
You
Never
bastards.
took her for a dissident sympathizer.
You killed her? That's insane.
No argument there. Feels like the whole colony's going insane. What with dissidents infiltrating the walls of Byzantium, Byzantium cultural standards are enforced by Universal Defense Logistics. Universal Defense Logistics. Your first and last line of defense in the war against sedition.
Aww. Celeste. I'm sorry. Well, now that I've got the key, though. Yep, I figured. She finished it. Ah. Poor Celeste. I can't believe they killed her. Well, let's take a look at this outfit she died for, I guess. Exquisite outfit crafted by Celeste Jolicoeur. The suit provides as much protection as standard heavy armor. Oh, it's pretty too. Dang. Poor Celeste.
suppose all that ruckus in Celeste's shop is about?
It would be unseemly to speculate. She's always been a bit artistic.
Oh, right. Creative temperament and all that.
She's dead, you jerks. Alright. Well, so that's all the side quests I have that I'm actually gonna do. Oh hey look, it's the Hope. Good night. Yeah, pretty sure that's it. Neat. Well, anywho. So I think now is about the time that we go save Phineas. Now that we've got our nice new outfit, that is. So yeah.
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution.
Yeah,
Please
well.
be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time.
Oh, neat. Know anything useful about the place?
Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows: 0. The interior can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain. I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return.
Aww. Promise not to leave without me?
I can make the assurance that I will not leave with another captain unless you do not return within 876,541,652 hours. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Oh boy.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy.
Well, that's a shame.
You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed.
Of all places to get arrested. What's with you people in landing violations? No. Alright, how long will that take?
I wager it'll take a bit longer than it takes you to lose your patience and storm out of your ship looking to get shot. To be honest, that'd make my job a lot easier. You come out, we shoot you full of holes, and then everyone goes about their day worry-free. Except you. You'll be dead.
Huh, wow. Alright. Well, fine. Execute the chairman's eyebrow stylist over a lost biometric ID. That'll end well.
Wait, you're the stylist? Thank the law you're here. Everyone knows how particular the chairman is about his eyebrows. Here, take my biometric ID instead. Anyway, Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Another ship just pulled into your dock.
Oh dear.
Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that. Just have a pleasant day.
Transmission terminated. Biometric ID received. Transferring data to external cartridge. How can I be of assistance?
I'll talk to you later. Well then. Off we go. Ooh, who to take with us though? I mean, definitely Parv. Parv's gotta come. Maybe also Nyoka. Parv and Nyoka. Sounds good. Well then. Let's see how this goes.
The captain did right by us once.
What was that?
Now
What's
it's
that
our
noise?
turn. The board will never own groundland. Not while I reign. Push on, my guy.
Ha! Right.
Stay down, Mohead.
Well, I don't want to let these people get hurt. Huh. Did all those Mardits get... get killed. Ooh, what do we got? Rotating password list. A list of passwords for something called a RAM. There are 3 columns, but only one is legible, the rest have been scratched out. Today's password from the column is 1 Akande. Interesting. Oh, alright. Ooh. This place is spoopy. Oh, elevator time.
Doesn't have for bars when it's got a storm like that guarding the gates.
No kidding.
Gotta admit, I'm not too keen on walking into a prison. They lock me up, I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out.
Yeah, makes sense. Anywho, this should be fun.
Whew. We have a lot of shooting to do, Captain.
That we do. Well, better get on with it. Of course, there's also the option that I can just sneak past everybody. Or at least, you know, sneak as far as we can get. Alright. Wow, they've even got advertisements in the prison. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, but... what do we got? Solitary Confinement Manifest. Haig S. Possession of anti-UDL communications. William T. Inciting of violence. Black M. Random selection. Wow. Pod 2. In error, in reason error, in duration undefined, out error. Interesting. Note from your favorite warden, please do not leave perishables in here. We marked this as cold storage because we're starting to move pods in here. This is not an actual freezer. Next time I find a decomposing woolly cow box in here, I'm leaving it on the air conditioning intake for a week. Storage manifest. Dimethyl sulfoxide canisters, straitjackets, ballistic vests, hibernation chamber, indoctrination pamphlets, forced pacification system refills, hibernation chamber, and material storage and shipping containers. Neat. Architectural records. Analysis from engineers Rodfield, Crane, and Geist. Beginning with the requirements that every chamber receive a constant supply of, at minimum, 34 kilowatts, and that occupants of these chambers be injected with a steady supply of UDL's patented Vito hibernation fluid. Read-on sentence carries on for 12 pages before finally concluding. And thus, in order to maintain structural integrity throughout the area designated the pit, we recommend that chambers are installed in cylindrical fashion around a supporting structure dug into the crust of Tartarus to a maximum depth of... Conclusion extends for another 2 pages. Cool. Rotating password list. Password column 3 is Borscht. Melody. Hey, wait a second.
I'm working as fast as I can, all right? If y'all would quit bothering me, I'd get this done sooner.
Oh, what are you doing?
Fixing the FPS system. FPS system. It's redundant, Melody. Can you just let me work? I'm almost done.
I don't know what an FPS is.
Forced pacification system. If the prisoners riot, we gas them. It went a little haywire after the last deployment, so here I am.
Huh.
Anyway, I need to finish this, so get out of here, will you? What?
Nothing. Huh. Forced pacification system. By using, you agree to following terms and conditions. UDL is not responsible for harm caused to any personnel, nor to non-personnel human resources. Only to be used in emergency situations. Proper utilization will not confer punitive action on its user, even in the event of injuries. As this system utilizes a powerful steam-based delivery mechanism, please alert your nearest mechanical engineer that the system's valves will need replacing after every use. Requires authorization password. Darn.
What?
The terminal's asking me for a passcode. Do you know it?
Of course. Why?
I need to use it, and I'm going to stand here and annoy you until you give it to me.
Oh, for law's sake. Fine. Just don't go shooting up the place with gas, all right? The password is tartar sauce. One word. All lowercase. Have at it.
Thanks. Now being deployed, authorized UDL employees will be wise to avoid the areas now being flooded with neurotoxins until the deployment is complete. Neurotoxins, eh? That didn't really do anything.
I thought the chasm outside Stellar Bay was deep. This makes me nauseous.
Yeah, understandably so. Okay.
Are you new here? I didn't think we were hiring more staff.
I was hired to test security procedures. Congratulations, you passed.
Oh, that's great. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for your vigilant service. Carry on.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, at least some of them got taken out. That's nice. Kind of random which ones did or didn't, but whatever.
Let's go, troops. Stellar Base counting on us.
Oh. Dang, they're pretty good. Right. Well.
This is for Zora!
Yeah. Thanks for your help, guys. Appreciate it.
Thought I saw something. Hey, you! Hold it. Something about you doesn't look right.
Who, me? Hey, I can't help the way I look.
No, I meant your uniform. There's something about it.
Oh, right. I stole some polish off one of the prisoners.
Ah, damn. Lucky you.
Unseal door. Ah. Hey, look, it's Chairman Rockwell.
Well, look who it is. I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus. I had heard you'd taken a mechanic under your wing. What's the matter, girl? Couldn't find actual employment?
What a
The
douche.
captain's treated me right. Better than any of you bored folk ever have. I'm exactly where I want to be.
Ah, I knew I smelled Monarch when you lot walked in. The stench of sulfur, depression, and desperate bravado is unmistakable.
Keep talking, you'll be smelling iron. Ain't nobody so important I won't put a bullet in him.
Ha!
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one to the face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my citizens.
So, what's this announcement?
Haven't you heard? Phineas is working for us now. It took some doing, but employing an efficient management strategy of putting our guns to his head seems to have done the trick.
Please. Phineas would rather die than cooperate.
Yes, he is an extraordinarily obstinate fellow, isn't he? Fine, he isn't working for us per se. Semantics, he'll come around. But that's between us. As far as my adoring citizens will know, we've turned a dangerous crackpot into a working-class man. It's a miracle.
Yeah, that crackpot is saving the frozen colonists you gave up on.
Oh yes, go on, wake them up, add more mouths to feed. That'll solve our starvation problems. I don't know what half-baked plans that simpleton in a lab coat has been leading you through, but it's done. It's over. Let me ask you something, Captain. Have you at any point thought about not fucking up our entire society?
We're helping, which is more than you can say.
I'm making actual progress towards stabilization and recovery. You're just getting in the way.
You'd prefer to keep riding this downward spiral. I can fix this place.
If I and my people can ride it out in luxury and happiness, yes, I would. I don't know if you've noticed, Captain, but Halcyon's pretty much a lost cause.
Yeah, I've already rallied Byzantium against you. It's only a matter of time. Or do I want to do... Yeah.
You have? Is that what you were doing at the Ministry? Look, I'm not an unreasonable man. If you manage to storm the castle, as it were, and make it out of here with Phineas alive... I can't exactly afford more havoc than you've already caused. Fine. If you survive, you'll need someone to sell the rest of the board on your plan.
You're damn right you will. Otherwise, I'm coming for you next. Alright. Well then. Hey jerks. Don't need any loot in here? Nothing? Anything? I'd really rather just kill you. But whatever.
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So get in there and fight.
Alright, MSI. Alright. Next elevator time.
Nice. Calm before the storm and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever comes of this, I'm just real glad to know you all.
Aw, Parv. Well then.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life.
Yeah, well.
You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty.
Yeah, well, we're liberating Halcyon, and there's not a damn thing you can do to stop us.
Do you imagine you're leading some grand revolutionary army? The iconoclasts and MSI have put aside their differences and attacked the prison together. I never imagined such a thing would be possible. But here we are. You're nothing but a rabble-rouser. I'm going to put an end to your little rebellion, and then I'm going to have you and your associates arrested.
Yeah, well, Halcyon is changing. The board can't control us forever.
The board is the only legitimate power in Halcyon. We are Halcyon. I admit I miscalculated the extent of your influence. The board's plan never accounted for you. This is a mistake I intend to correct. I have Dr. Wells in my custody. Once I've secured his cooperation, I can move forward with the program. I can repair the damage you've done. I can set things right.
Yeah, I don't enjoy the thought of killing you. There's been enough violence already.
In that we are in agreement. An end to violence is precisely what I want. An end to chaos. An end to senseless loss of life. The only obstacle standing in my way is you. I take no pleasure in this, you know. I simply have no other option. Leaving you alive is too great a risk. Goodbye, Captain.
I'm rescuing Phineas, and I'm going through you if I have to.
I had a feeling you'd say that. This prison is equipped with an automechanical warden. I've had it programmed to eliminate you on sight and rinse your remains down a drain. And don't worry. I will inform Dr. Wells that you died heroically, or something.
Well, whatever. Let's go kick some butt. Huh. Although... Oh, what do we got? Oh. Must have missed these. Appears whoever works here uses adhesive notes to stay organized. Rockwell visit to do, confiscate badges, reprint badges, change maintenance logs, order new logs, reevaluate lockdown procedure, update docking authority with new lockdown procedure, take bet over under weekly bottles, cigs, and weapons. Huh. A reminder to Labyrinth employees, access to secure data is a fireable offense. Furthermore, being fired from the Labyrinth staff is punishable by life in prison. Well. Cameras. I'm trying to get straight with Akande's orders. Only a few things more from my end, but I don't know what we'll do about cameras. She says security footage ain't enough. They want proper reels? What's going on? Bringing in a VIP for internment. Security's ramping up. Sorry for the inconvenience. It's a fine mess down here. Said something about recording an announcement. They're all overly excited. It's hush-hush, but I guess this VIP's been on the run for a while. I bet the engineers have a few cameras. I'll see if I can track some down. Appreciate it. You know her. We miss a check on this list. It's our heads. You have no idea how tough it was getting a fucking green tarp. Well, shoot. I would totally just hack this thing, but... Alright, well, guess we're just gonna have to fight this thing the old-fashioned way. Let's see... Yeah, probably stick with this.
Investigate.
Get ready!
Well then. Oh, it's all fancy up here. Ooh. Real quick, what's over this way? Oh, that other door we couldn't get through. Alright, fine, whatever. Oh, maybe that's what it would have unlocked. Is a way up, route up here. Eh, no big deal.
Why won't you just die?
Wow, how is she still making those noises? Huh. Master key for the labyrinth opens the prison cell at the very top of the facility. Have to wonder what else it opens.
Get me out of here!
Yeah, working on that.
You don't know how glad I am to see you.
I bet.
You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved, and long overdue.
Yeah.
And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough.
Are you alright? What did they do to you?
I'm all right, thanks to you. Akande wanted my cooperation. I'm quite sure she would have beaten it out of me if you hadn't arrived. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
I don't like the sound of that.
Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing.
Oh dear.
2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
So we've got to make do on our own. Seems to me that'll make us stronger in the end anyhow.
You're quite right. We've got no choice but to make do on our own.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
Well, hold on. I need to ask you something.
Yes, certainly. I'll help however I can.
So, what do you think happened?
I don't know what happened, but something must have gone horribly wrong. I don't know why Earth's gone silent. I don't even know if Earth exists anymore. We have no connection back to Earth, and return is likely impossible. We're completely alone out here.
Oof. And, how do you know all of this?
I heard it from Akande herself. She tried to pressure me into joining her side, you see. Tried to make me realize that all hope is lost, and that we are alone. She was half right. We are alone, and we're going to have to fend for ourselves, because there's no telling what's happened to Earth.
You mentioned a frigate disappeared.
You might have heard of the Earth Directorate's frigate. Half the colony's entire military was on that ship. They were returning to Earth when they vanished without a trace. That was 2 years ago. We haven't heard a word from them since. Whatever happened to Earth likely happened to them.
And there hasn't been any new messages from Earth.
Yes, Akande mentioned as much. Earth hasn't sent us a single message in 3 years. No one knows why. Akande had kept the truth to herself, perhaps with good reason. Can you imagine what would have happened if word got out? We'd have utter pandemonium.
A relay station Ursula hadn't picked up any unencrypted messages in 3 years.
Yes, you were the one who reactivated that relay station, weren't you? Any message from Earth would have arrived unencrypted. It's been 3 years since our last message. the board tried using drones to contact Earth. Every one of those drones sent back the same encrypted message. Earth is completely silent.
There's something else. I know about the other colonists, Phineas.
I wasn't trying to hide the truth from you, but after all you've done, I owe you an explanation. Yes, I experimented on the Hope's colonists. Each of my experiments ended in catastrophic failure. Each of my subjects died in agony. You are my first and only success. I didn't tell you about the others because I didn't want to burden you. My failures are my own to bear, not yours.
I forgive you, Phineas.
Thank you. Perhaps in time I'll learn to forgive myself. My apologies. I need to get a hold of myself. We've far more pressing issues to worry about right now. If you have any more questions, ask me. I'll answer as best I can.
Well, now I think we've just got work to do.
Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
You can count on me. I'll help you revive the other colonists.
When I revived you, I thought you were going to help me save this colony. I was wrong. I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us all. I'm just the one who set you on your path. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free. Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
The OSI
teaches
oh,
that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment she landed in Emerald Vale, her actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Sublight Salvage adapted to the changes in Halcyon, shifting their business model to suit the times. Their claims of legitimacy were scrutinized, but ultimately unquestioned. Lilia Hagen would continue to protect her family as ruthlessly as ever. The collapse of Edgewater left its workers bereft of any purpose in life. Most of them made their way to Adelaide McDevitt's camp, hoping to ingratiate themselves into her favor. Adelaide accepted only a few to her community. The rest were turned away and likely died of starvation. Nevertheless, Adelaide's camp grew into a well-established town. Adelaide McDevitt refused to cooperate with the ongoing effort to save Halcyon from collapse. A sympathetic deserter stole a copy of her research and delivered it to the Hope's scientists. It is unclear how useful Adelaide's research was. An optimistic estimate suggests her work may have bought Halcyon another few years of survival. Adelaide would never know. She died that winter. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal.
Nah.
Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed.
Aww.
The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name, and in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it.
Yay!
Chairman Rockwell served as the public face for the changes in Halcyon to come. Whenever you needed strings pulled or a voice to sell a policy change, Rockwell was only too happy to oblige.
Yeah, I bet.
As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope.
Yay!
Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
All right. Well, that was definitely a pretty good game. Could have been longer. That would have been nice. But I still really liked it. So, I hope you all enjoyed all of this. I definitely appreciate it if you'd leave some likes, subscribes, and comments, and etc. And yeah. I'm not quite sure what game we're going to be doing next after this one, but we will soon see. And until next time, you all are wonderful. I love all of you. Be good to each other. And yeah. Bye, everybody.